Respected friends, welcome. Greetings, gratitudes, salutations, congratulations, wishes, and prayers. Through this Shastra studying, may our intellect expand to the presence of the infinite reality and everything its own expression. Thus, transcendently, immanently, may we recognize, rest in, and realize and revel in the reality alone. All the unreal is understood to be unreal, therefore, there is nothing unreal. Everything is the divinity playing both beyond Rupanama and as Rupanama. Tune to that. In the Nirupadika Rupena, identify with it. Sopadika Rupena, with whatever the upadhis wherever given, and with whatever the duties that are assigned, do them. Thus, be an asset to this universe at the outer level and within is not the ultimate. Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam Tritiya Utpatthi Prakaranam Big Leelopakhyanam 30th SARGA VICHITRA BRAHMANDA VARNANAM. In this CHIDAKASHA, the conscious infinite space, individual, mutual, total, and Ishvara's Kalpana, Aneka Brahmandas of Aneka shapes and sizes and beings and activities keeping on getting projected like on the ocean for various reasons of sunlights or the winds or the birds or the humans or the aquatics inside various waves, ripples and bubbles and tides and breakers and cyclones or depressions of various types are happening and dissolving, isn't it? Then what is our role? Knowing it, seek the identity with the ultimate. That's the basic. Identify with Chidakasha, then play the play as we are placed as just said a minute back. Let us continue getting those wonderful informations regarding wonderful Srishtis. Therefore, this is not the only Srishti in which we are. Like my house is not the only house. In my house, the things are placed. They are not the only things. In my house, the beings are there. They are not the only beings. The neighbor house is there. In their house also, the setup is there, different from mine as per the being's choice there, and the beings there too are not the same like here, or there also beings are there. Not only the human, the other ants and all, mosquitoes are there, cockroaches are there. In some house, so many cockroaches. और दूसरे घर में एक भी नहीं. But in his house, lot of mosquitoes. In your house, they are not. In his house, there are lizards. In your house, no lizards, but other things are there. So, चलता रहता है. Just an example. Among them, we are one with the intellect given to understand all this and to also go beyond in our identity. Encash that special gift, blessing, opportunity that's given with full freedom. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shante, 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya, Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo, Namo Gurubhyaha, Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam, Padavakya Pramanatah, Vyakhyatāh Sarva, Vedantāh Satchastraha, Tānityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tatulyam, Ramanama Varanane. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam, Kevalam Jnanamurtim, Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham, तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्राणाम् आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीराम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ते तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्माद् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्माद् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओं श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। वसिष्ठादि नमः। योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने विचित्र ब्रह्मांड वर्णनं नाम 30 सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Friends, the topic we know, Leela, Mother Saraswati, in their Ativahika Deha, from that Brahmanas Gruha Akasha, they have gone into the space there, Sukshma, went on traveling, crossed Brahmanda, crossed all the Avaranas, entered into that pitch dark space. From there they could see so many nakshatra like as we see from here, Anantakoti Brahmandas. which variety of them. The Varnana of them is happening. So too, you and I, seated in our own room, house, wherever, transcending our Deha Tadatmya with Yoga Sadhana, into that space we can go and visualize these Sukshma Ananta Koti Brahmandas that are Kalpita by the Vesti and Mutual and Samashti Sankalpas of the Jivas as well as the various Devatas and the Ishvara. All said and done, all of them are Kalpita. Reality is their Adhisthana, one Chidakasha. And we, when identify with that Chidakasha, we are Mukta one side, playing the play of creation other side. If the Chidakasha Tadatmya is not there, we are with our isolated or separated individuality from that reality, then we, with our own Sankalpa and Sankalpa of others, we get bound only continuously through karma, karma phala, janma, janma marana, etc. So, this is one way of practically showing the lokas. To you and I, we can go and see all of them, or with our faith on Leela and Saraswati, Vaashishtha and Rama, we can just believe where we are staying and transcend all of them in our own understanding. In other words, need not go through all of them, bypassing all of that. You can just realize the Upanishad, Vedya, Aham Brahmasmi. That's it. Isn't it? देख भी सकते हैं नहीं भी देख like Tapovan Maharaj stayed only in his one place in Himalayas. He never came down of it. Maximum he used to go to Uttarakashi or Haridwar. Later on Uttarakashi and Gangotri. In Uttarakashi only left his Sharira. Even never reached to come down to the plain also. वहीं रह गए. For him, the Kashi Vishwanatha and Ganga Maya and Himalayas are sitting, standing, flowing Brahman. He realized he need not go through all this, that different words. Whereas his own disciple, Gurudev, he did not stay at one place more than 10 days. All through his 43 years, except one or two times for physical rest, etc. Maybe a month somewhere he stayed. He has chosen that way to go and look at all Brahmandas. Both are in the basic substratum Aham Brahmasmi. One said, I know all of that Natanki, I need not go through and that stay here. Other said, I'll go everywhere, play the Natak of serving the Jivas through this Shastrajna. Tapan Maharaj Sankalpa was staying there, he just prayed. Loka samasta jnaninaha sukinaha muktaha bhavantu. Muktaha bhavantu. Gurudev Sankalpa was, let me go down to the plains and then teach. Jaisa Sankalpa, Vaisa Bana. Who is great among them? Nobody is great. That question is wrong. Both are the possibilities. So Gurudev, like Leela, went to all deshas, all khandas. Isn't it? Everywhere he taught the Brahma Vidya. Maharaj said, I will not go anywhere. So to the other pair of Guru. Ramakrishna held on to Kali Mata in that Kolkata. Vivekananda even crossed the oceans, went to different khandas. And Paramaguru, Adi Shankara's gurus, Govinda Pada and Gauda Pada were less traveled, but Shankara all over the country traveled. Examples to say that by theoretical knowledge one can believe. If one wants to see, you can see too. But all are Kalpita. And seeing all of them will give stronger faith and understanding. And the purpose of showing so many Brahmandas is to get us freed from the notion that this Brahmanda alone is real and these beings alone are real and I alone am the great person. To come out of those notions, all of them are shown. And yours and others and Ishwaras, every one of them are Shakti Upayoga in projecting these Brahmandas and the Vastus. Janma Mayopamam Tesham Sachamaya na vidyate. Today is our Mandukya class shloka. Wonderful, coincidence. Amma. So we started seeing them. Let us continue. Yesterday we are here. I'll see again from the fifth mantra, even though we have seen up to uh, eighth mantra. फिफ्थ में क्या कहा? कांश्चिदापततो धस्तात् कांश्चिच्चोपरि गच्छतः कांश्चित्तिर्यगतीनन्यान् स्थितान् स्तब्धान् ससंविदा. Some brahmandas are adhastat apatatah, falling down. Kanshitcha upari gachatah, some are going up. Kanshit tiryagatin anyan, some are traveling horizontally. Sthitan stabdan sasamvida, some are stabdha sthita, stationed where they are. And swasamvida is the word which we have exhaustively explained yesterday, that the cumulative samvit of all the beings staying there, representing the adhisthana of that particular Brahmand. And there should be no doubt regarding that. Like the bus is going in that direction only. Therefore, whoever are going in that direction to those destinations, those people will sit in that bus. So the total cumulative sankalpa of all those people to go in that direction to that destination, led by the driver conductor. Before that, the people who had to travel from this place to this place, that is how a route is made, a bus is made, bus is allotted in that route, and then the driver conductor came. इधर से उधर उधर से इधर. So that is the meaning of swasambit. Okay. Sometimes some powerful person will have his sankalpa, others join him who are like-minded. Or sometimes the like-minded people, powerful, they come together. Out of them, one becomes a leader to lead them. So it is swasambit. In totally, neither of that one can claim that it is my alone, nor these people can say that it is ours. It is mutual. Okay. And sometimes, like a pooling of car, four friends, all are drivers, जो सबने मिलकर बना है प्रोग्राम, सबका योगदान है. और in they share also the driving. You drive 2 hours, I'll drive 2, I'll drive 2 to 4. So daily 8 hours we travel, reach to the destination, take rest, enjoy, stay 2 days, again further go. All are possible. Mm. Why this is so very important and so very important in the present world, which is not so highlighted by Vaashishtha, because Vaashishtha Bhagavan is telling about in general every period of the history, every time of the history, this is how it happens. So people who stay in that particular time and history, for them that period is important. But those who are transcended, for them all are same. So when for those who are all are same, for those whom every time is same, they don't give special importance to anything. है ना? जैसे किसी के घर में शादी हो रहा है, to all the people at home such an importance. But the पंडित जी जिसने अभी तक 3,000 शादियां करी, for him he doesn't bother. Every marriage same. बस how much dakshina they give, that's what he is mindful. So Vasishtha ji doesn't. But for us, Swasamveda is important to know, though it is out of topic. For 2 minutes we discuss is today's present world scenario. How much it is running both towards the Bhautikavada as well as towards the science and technology. It is the Swasamvit. All the individuals put together are doing these sankalpas. One is doing sankalpa that these bhogas, enjoyments, conveniences, comforts we need, we want. Then the other group is thinking as to how to provide them. So those who are thinking how to provide have become scientists and they are creating. And those who wanted to enjoy them, they are becoming the consumers. But it is the swasambhida of all of us that this is how the world is growing. And we all have to take responsibility for all the non-positive that is happening also. In which the most destructive weaponry not only invented, created, but also are utilized to destroy so many countries. We think we are only destroying that country by bombing them. No, in that not only the human beings we are killing, the innocent, so many jivas also are being killed by us. The whole atmosphere is spoiled by us. The entire Prakriti is destroyed. So much of the plant kingdom is destroyed. The, the either air is disturbed, the sun, moon also are disturbed, the navagrahas also disturbed. सबसे ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब होती है भूमाता. Isn't it? All of us. Even मजाक के वास्ते if I say that वहां जाकर कोई बॉम्ब गिरना है, my thought is whether it is powerful or not, effective or not, secondary. But when it is gathering momentum by the addition of others like-minded also, really the bomb will fall. So why do you and I thought of bomb? Because some bad people have to die. But then along with that, that bomb's effect to hoga na. The other innocent also will die. Think. That's why wise people never choose that type of yantra tantra, which have more destruction than construction. They choose the mantra shakti. In that mantra shakti, what they do? They make the yantra tantra utilized for the total growth, not for mutual destruction. That is मजेदार. सद्विनियोग करते हैं. That is the meaning of we going to the gurus asking for blessings and they through their संकल्प आशीर्वाद blessing us. वो अपने मंत्र शक्ति से इतने शक्तिशाली बने कि हमारे तंत्र, our intellect, our बुद्धि को they put in right direction and they make us work with the yantras decently, systematically for the right purpose. है ना? Like if I go to a Mahatma and ask, महाराज मुझे इतना धन दो, he will not bless me, chalo tata. He says, with whatever the dhana he has, let him be trupta. With his mantra shakti, he will bless like that because that is the true blessing. Na? It is not I go to doctor and ask him, mita mita cough syrup de do. No, he will see what is my disease, that medicine only will give. He is committed for his medical profession. No, he won't give any medicine I ask. He is not a chemist that he will sell any medicine. Even chemist cannot sell without the prescription of the authorized doctor. Understood all the things? So yogis, they through mantra, they saturate our antakarana. What I am discussing with you is swasamvid. If today there is global wars are there, global warmings are there, warming or whatever, heating. Both are the swasamvid. Knowing this, reverse our samvit, sankalpa, that all the wars should end. All the leaders should get the dimag. Or those who have dimag, they should become leaders. And what is the dimag? All of us live and let others live. Mostly in the political field as well as the religious field. Politically also they are bombing and killing. Religiously also the misguiding, so-called clerics, heads, whatever they are also misguiding to destroy. Otherwise, on the name of religion, how somebody can kill others unless the so-called heads of those religions indirectly or directly prompting. Hinduism we never do because none of us महात्मास tell कि kill करके कुछ भी हो जाए हम प्रभु से प्रार्थना करते हैं. Let him come and do if it's required. We only do prachar of satya, tattva, dharma. That's the beauty. Anyway, so swasamvid sufficiently explained. Now, interesting. Yatra yatrodita samvidam yesham yesham yatha yatha tatra tatroditam rupam tesham tesham tatha tatha. So, in whichever the place in the infinite consciousness, the specific individuality gathered, individual jivas or mutual jivas, whatever samvita they have, According to that type of Brahmanda of that size, that objects, that jivas, that mutual relation, those experiences, they get kalpita. I gave the apartments example yesterday. है ना? अपार्टमेंट एग्जाम्पल का हो, कोई फैक्ट्री कंपनी एग्जाम्पल का हो, कोई स्पोर्ट्स एग्जाम्पल का हो, कोई सिनी फील्ड का एग्जाम्पल का हो, isn't it? Together they come, people with their like-mindedness, then they make the things. यत्र यत्र संविद उदिता येषाम येषाम यथा यथा, जिन जिनका जहां जहां जिस जिस तरह का संविद होता है इन दैट इनफाइनाइट चिदाकाश, तत्र तत्र उदितम रूपम, देर देर दोज रूपास आर प्रोजेक्टेड, तथा तथा ऑफ द ब्रह्मांडास, ब्रह्मांड में रहने वाले ऑल द वस्तुस जीवास, ऑल ऑफ दैट. Very, very heavy, heavy thoughts. These are all. I don't know, at least few of you are having that patience, stamina to listen. And some of you even the ability to understand and digest. Because these are the sublime metaphysical truths or the higher truths, the subtle world में जो होता है. When they are known, the gross becomes less significant, less important. When the world becomes less significant, less important, it is no more problematic. When you give lot of significance and importance, then only it occupies our mind and appears to be a problem. Now here one lesson, जिन जिन के संविद से जो जो होता है, जिन जिन के संविद जैसा है वैसे वर्ड्स बन. Right now I am here. Therefore one, it is a totality whose wish is this, the world is like that. With this knowledge, we will not either too much worry beyond our limits. At the same time, with our discretion and intellection, this much we will know. Any period of the history or time of the universe, the world has to be peaceful, world has to be cohesive, world has to search the truth. So we as individuals, as our contribution, will contribute by thought and word and deed in this way, then we are safe. In our layman's language, the ones who understand this subject, ये दुनिया ऐसा क्यों है, वो ये प्रश्न से बाहर आ जाते, उनको जवाब मिल गया. सबके मिलके रहने के कारण, सोचने के कारण दुनिया इज लाइक दिस. सो दैट आंसर इज गिवन, दैट क्वेश्चन इज आंसर. द ओनली वन मोर थिंग रिमेन्स इज व्हाट शुड बी माय कंट्रीब्यूशन. So instead of contributing negatively to the world, let us contribute positively. Our job is done. If everybody thinks like that and contributes positively, suddenly the world becomes such a beautiful place. The universe becomes such a beautiful place. Such is called as Satya Yugas, Treta Yugas. Slowly, when selfishness starts growing and materialism starts growing, then same Satya Yuga starts Treta, then Dwapara, and then Kali. Then the Kali Yuga, we have fallen to such a level. Ki further we cannot fall. Then what is left? We have to rise above only. Isn't it? That's how we rise again from the Kali, again back to Satya, and from the Satya, like that. ठीक है भैया. सो यत्र यत्रोदिता संविद येषाम येषाम यथा यथा, तत्र तत्रोदितम रूपम तेषाम तेषाम तथा तथा. Why the Lord has provided or prompting us to study this great test Yoga Ramayana, that in detail, every sarga, every shloka, maybe this reason that while studying other Upanishads and all, we are too much focusing on our own selves, our own sadhana, which is very essential any period of the evolution. But along with that, just to free ourselves sometimes from too much self or selfish orientation, we can expand by thinking in this way about the whole universe, cosmos also. That's why the Lord has given us this text to expand our vision to the cosmic universal level and see that the whole universe also is going through these pains as I'm going through. So as I have to redeem myself of the pain through these various things, I have to contribute to the cosmos also for its redemption from the pains. है ना? कभी कभी पूरा यूनिवर्स के बारे में सोचने से our problems become small. That's sometimes that is the way of solution also. isn't it? Sometimes dropping the problem is solution. Why? How? When you see the universal problem and you attend to that, इसका कोई ज्यादा ख्याल नहीं रहता. That's one way of so many. So ऊपर श्लोक में संविद कहा, इसमें जिस जिसका संविद जैसा है वैसे ब्रह्मांड कल्पित हो रहे हैं कॉस्मोस में. ओके. एंड एनी नंबर ऑफ एग्जांपल्स. वन इंडिविजुअल सिंगल बेडरूम फ्लैट वो उतना ही बनाएगा. A group of builders coming together, they make a huge venture of thousands of flats. A small individual with his idea makes a small dibba pawn shop or a ready. But a person of high vision and more investment with people around, he will plan for a huge mall and so big supermarket only. होता है कि नहीं? छोटा बड़ा. In between everything is possible. दो मिले, चार लोग मिले, 10 मिले, डबल बेडरूम बनाया, ड्यूप्लेक्स बनाया, 2 स्टोरी बनाया, 10 मिले. It goes on then, smaller than smallest to bigger than biggest. Some with works like that. And in that, the bigger ones get broken also sometimes, like the empire set by the father is divided by the sons after that. Sometimes, which are very small units, can come together to become big ones also. लोग मिलते भी है ना. Somebody came and divided East Germany, West Germany. The other fellow came and joined it together. No, again. नॉर्थ कोरिया, साउथ कोरिया मिलेंगे वो. ये भी होता है, जब टाइम आता है, सम फेलोज केम एंड डिवाइडेड अखंड भारत इनटू सो मेनी. मे बी आफ्टर सम थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स अदर विजनरीज में कमेंट से चल यार सब मिलकर रहेंगे. नैहैव तत्र नामोर्ध्वं नादो न च गमागमाः अन्यदेव पदं किञ्चित् तस्माद् देहागमं हि तत्. दैट्स इट. In that infinite conscious space which is homogeneous, unqualified, qualityless, beyond all descriptions, in that naiha eva tatra urdham nama adho nama, neither above and below, nor gama gamaha, nor the movements, motions. Anya deva padam kinchit. That state of Chidakasha is something beyond other than all these also. Then what have you explained so far, sir? From what standpoint? Tasmat deha agamam hitat. Whatever they are seeing and it is described by me is deha drishtya agamam. Agamam means shastra or description or explanation. Deha agamam, deha drishti se, stula drishti se only. It is all explained. And any language of above, below, left, right, all is spoken by us from the standpoint of the place where we are standing. रिलेटिव है ये सब. जहां हम हैं उसके दृष्टि ऊपर है तो ऊपर, नीचे तो नीचे, खब्बे सज्जे सज्जे खब्बे. वी टॉक इन दैट लैंग्वेज. सो फ्रॉम वन parameter standpoint we talk about all this, and all these descriptions are from deha agamam stula drishtya. But in the pure infinite chidakasha, which is our goal, none of these things are there. So that has to be reminded again and again. Otherwise, we get lost in these descriptions and through these descriptions into this imaginary projected world. ये सब जो दिखा रहे उस अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म का ज्ञान में देने के लिए, not भुलाने के लिए. Therefore, the wise gurus, they know, in between they keep on reminding us. Then why are you showing all of them? Unless I show to you, unless I tell you, you won't understand and believe. Therefore, for your sake, I am showing. If I show you the only Brahman, the reality, from your ignorant standpoint, you may discard it, you may not believe it. Therefore, I'll show this, I will show that, and I'll give you all the logical knowledge. You use it and come to discover for yourself what is reality. Once something is discovered as reality, everything other than that is discovered to be unreal. Yet seen, therefore projected. Therefore not real. Therefore, just for Vyavahara it can be used without giving any extra maina. What is the meaning of not giving extra value? I am in this world neither to gain anything nor to lose. I am here only to perform the duties given. Then what's your goal? Inside, to be me, that's it. To be me is my goal, the real me. See, when one is stuck to this thing, is not for him all the karma kanda, yajna kanda, upasana kanda, dharma, seva, loka kalyana, papa, punya, dharma, all that gets totally selected and deleted. Samsara is gone. Slowly, through the study of all these shastras, our intellects get open to those understandings. Those understandings slowly will become convictions. When they become convictions, we'll live those convictions with courage. When the correct convictions are lived with highest level of courage, we are liberated from the bondages. We have conviction and courage to live the untrue life. From that murkhata, we have to shift ourselves to live a life of courage with conviction about the truth. यही हमें शास्त्र ट्रैवल कराते. Wrong courage and wrong conviction to right courage and right conviction. Conviction and courage. Okay. Next. उत्पद्योत्पद्यते तत्र स्वयं संवित् स्वभावतः स्वसंकल्पैः शमं याति बालसंकल्पजालवत्. See, उत्पद्यते तत्र स्वयं. So these Brahmandas keep go on getting utpanna, samvit svabhavataha. A set of individualities considering separate from the pure consciousness according to their samvit means condition of the antakarana. Such type of Brahmandas keep on getting projected. So sankalpaihi shamam yat. Same way, when the opposite sankalpa of dissolution, when they do, everything becomes shamita, bala sankalpa jalavat. Like the bala sankalpa. When he get sankalpa, all the kilona from the dibba have to come out. And he will play with all of. Ek ganda aane ke baad, either he will do it or his grandmother, who never comes to class, she will do, putting all those things in the box. Understood? In this way. See, when this is heard so many times, our intellect starts both accepting presence of many Brahmandas other than this and also knowing that all of them are Vyashti or Samashti, Sankalpa Kalpitha, they are not real. Reality never has gone away. Just because of it, seen through the ignorance in the form of these Brahmandas. Otherwise, if the reality has become Brahmandas, Anantavati Brahmandas have come, so the reality is not there. Then nobody will realize it. There is no chance of moksha to anyone. Because the reality is intact, that anyone, anytime can try and realize it and get moksha. This is what the deep Vedantic rishis have discovered, realized, and are teaching us through these shastras. Let us also we have entered into this path, reached those heights of understanding, sadhanas, and experiences. Right? Sri Rama Uvacha. Simple prashna Ram ji पूछते हैं. किमदः स्यात् किमूर्धं स्यात् किं तिर्यक् तत्र भासुरे इति ब्रूहि मम ब्रह्मन् इहैव यदि न स्थितम्. हे ब्रह्मन, ओ ब्रह्म स्वरूप गुरु महाराज वशिष्ठ जी, तत्र भासुरे, in that bhasura, pure blazing infinite consciousness, chit akasha, adah syat kim, what is below down, urdham syat kim, what is above, tiryak syat kim, what is horizontal, iti bruhi mama brahman. O brahman, you tell me how these all discussions are happening. Iha eva yadi na sthitam. Because in pure Brahman, when these directions are not there, how come you are talking about Brahmandas, some are going up, coming down, etc.? Beautiful question. Vasishtaji's answer is very clear. Very, very clear. Shri Vasishta Uvacha. See, sa sarva varnaha ete mahadi anta vivarjite brahmanda bhanti durdrushte vyomni keshaondrako yatha. very sublime. So Mahati, in that Mahan, bigger than the biggest, Anta Vivarjite, the beginning and endless pure consciousness, Ete, all these Sarva Avaranaha, all these Avaranas having the Brahmandas inside them. Sarva ete Avaranaha Brahmandaha Durdrustehe Vanti. Those drushti has slipped from Sarvam Brahma, who are called as Durdrushti now. For them only all these are seen and explained. Yomni Keshondrako Yatha. Like in the Akasha, in the pitch darkness, we see that gucha of this hair. Matlab, either a sadhu who has not cut his head or any women, she has got the ball jata ki tara. That's called Keshondraka. So in the darkness, the whole Akasha looks like a Keshondraka only. It's like taking the Rajju as Sarpa, all those examples, thousands of time came. So for a change, Vasishthaji using Keshondraka Udaharana. That's it. That we see the Gucha of the Kesha in that blank sky. So to those who have Durdrushti, जिनका दृष्टि सम्यक नहीं हुई, those who have not studied deeply the Upanishad Vedanta Jnana and not contemplated and not meditated. Therefore, the one without second Brahman is not realized. For them only all these Brahmandas along with the Avaranas around them are visualized or seen. Very clear. Drudrustehe Brahmandaha Bhanti. Sarvavaranaha ete Bhanti. Mahati Antavivarjite Parabrahmani. Yomni Keshondrako Yatha. So for the Jnani, Sad Brahma is real, all Brahmandas are Kalpitha, never there only. Those who don't realize that Brahma Drushti, to them these Avarana Sahita Brahmanda, Brahmanda Sahita Avarana. So like Brahmanda is 14 lovakas and it has its own aura around us, it called as its Avarana. Then the next Brahmanda, its Avarana, like that. In that Avarana, like our Brahmanda explained, once they have gone out of the Brahmanda Kuhara or that wall with their Yoga Shakti, they saw 10 times bigger Jalavarana, then Agniyavarana, Vayumandala, then also the Akash Avarana. They are related to one Brahmanda. Like that, so many. So Avaranas and Brahmandas are only for Durdrushti. Those who have Sudrushti, everything is Adhisthana Brahma. So Rama's question stands answered. You are right. Brahman alone is reality. For Durdrushtis, all of them are there. Then Rama has not asked the question. Vasishtha never felt the need of answer. What is the question? But why are you telling me? Rama understood. Okay, just is checking me whether I have the Brahma Drushti or the Durdrushti. So I have the Brahma Drushti, so I need not ask him. Therefore, Vasishthaji understood Rama's Drushtis. Siddhanta Prakarana at least, that Adhishthanam is real, everything is Kalpitha. Therefore, he has not asked question. So I need not answer it. But this is through Rama to all the people that are there listening, and it has to be written by Almiki. We all have to study. So for all of us sake, this is said. है ना, कभी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं आंसरर को, while answering the questioner, taking the help of that question, the speaker answer to other audience also. Taking the help of that question, going around that question, other probable questions he can guess and he can answer them. So here also, yes, in the pure consciousness, being one without second, homogeneous, above, below, left and right and movements, none of them are possible. But those who have Sudrushti of Sarvam Brahma, for them it is that. Those who don't have that Drushti called Durdrushtis, for them only all these Kalpita Brahmandas are seen. Okay. Now these Brahmandas also, themselves they are not existing because they are Jada. The individual or total Parameshwaras order only is happening through them. Therefore they are not Swatantra. Vasishtaji continues. Asvatantriyat pradhavanti padarthaha sarva eva yat brahmande parthivo bhagaha tadadhasturdhvamanyatha. So asvatantriyat. They don't have their own swatantra because they are jada, a conscious entity only, then the kalpana of that. Asvatantriyat and their existence and their total Brahmanda's movement, and within the Brahmanda, Padarthaha, the presence of Padarthas, their modification, their birth, death, all of them are Asvatantriyat Pradhavanti. So their arrival, their modifications, their runnings, their movements, motions, they all are happening not by Swatantra themselves, but because of the conscious beings, whether it is the Parabrahma with Maya Shakti Ishvara or his appointed Devatas or all the freedom given Jivas. Like the bus doesn't go Swatantrena in that route. Now the driver is deciding in which way it has to go, and the people in that bus they have paid the ticket to go to that place. Therefore, driver is supposed to take in that direction. So bus has no swatantra. It has no swatantra to take left turn, right turn, and all. That driver decides. In the bus also, seats are there. All of them are there. They don't exist there. Swatantra rupena. They are consciously made by a conscious beings or entities. आपके घर और घर के सारे वस्तुएं अपने आप स्वतंत्रता से है क्या? नो, यू आर योर ओनर थॉट ऑफ इट एंड ही मेड इट. Therefore, in this world, anything that is existing, modifying, getting destroyed, all of that is not happening by their swatantrata. It is a command by the conscious entity. It is at samashti level Ishvara, veshti level all of us. Here, see that cosmic level. When he said some Brahmandas going up, some going down, ये क्वेश्चन कैन कम ना कि स्वतंत्रता से जा रहे हैं क्या वो? नो, इट इज द क्यूमुलेटिव संकल्प ऑफ ऑल द बीइंग्स इन दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पदार्थाः सर्व एव देन ब्रह्मांडे ब्रह्मांडाः अस्वातंत्रात् प्रधावन्ति. Secondly, that thought is over. Another thought, ब्रह्मांडे पार्थिवो भागः तद अधः तु ऊर्ध्वम् अन्यथा. In any of the Brahmanda, Prithvi part, Sthula part is called as Adha, and anything Sukshma is said to be Urdhva. A standardized way of saying, parameterizing is being accepted everywhere. Because suddenly you can ask, what do you mean up and down? So there should be a measuring point or standpoint or reference point from where you say something above, something below. So the Prithvi is said to be the central point. Above is above, below is below. Example is given. Pipilikanam mahatam vyomni vartulaloshtake dashadikkamadhaha padaha prishtamurdhamudaharadam. Imagine an ant. It is in wherever it is there, small ant or bigger than the big ant. It has to stand. So wherever it is standing with its legs, that is called bhubhagam, adhobhagam. एंड इसका पीठ जो होता है पृष्ठभागम, दैट इज द ऊर्ध्वभागम अबाव. दिस इज हाउ एन एग्जाम्पल थ्रू दैट द एक्सप्लेनेशन इज गिवन. वी आर ऑल स्टैंडिंग ऑन द अर्थ, इट इज अधोभाग. एंड आप ऊपर देखते हो, सो दैट ऑल इज ऊर्ध्वभाग. नीचे तो नहीं देख सकते बिकॉज यू आर ऑलरेडी स्टैंडिंग ऑन द अर्थ. एंड गो टू द कॉर्नर ऑफ द अर्थ, ट्राई करो, घूमते रहोगे. So, pipilika means ant. Mahatam, vyomni vartula loshtake. The Voma, which is called vartulakara. Padaha prushtam, urdham udahrutam. So, dashadikka madaha padaha. The feet are the adobhaga, then prushtam urdham udahrutam. The back side of the uh, ant is called urdhvam, because ant is with four legs. For us also same, but we unfortunately learn to stand on two legs. So two hands, two legs have become two hands to us. Just like in pipilika or any जानवर, stand with two hands, two legs, ऐसे जानवर की तरह. तो नीचे जो है भूभागम पीठ के तरफ जो भी है वो ऊर्ध्व भाग. So going up means in that direction. Coming down is giving coming this direction. So Vipiliganam example is given. That's the answer to question. Now the Vichitra Brahmandas Varnana has to be done. No? Start किया अभी बहुत सारा explain करना है. Some of the Brahmandas are explained is so revealing to us. है ना? Thanks to Vaashishtha ji, thanks to Rama for asking question, thanks to Saraswati Mata taking Leela and showing all. Adbhuta, I'm really touched by these topics. Some gurus through some text have to reveal these to us for us to have the new information, new knowledge. What is it now? Vrukshavalmikajaleena keshanchidhrudi bhutalam sasura sasuranaradaitena veshchitam vyoma nirmalam. So some of the Brahmandas which are there are Vrukshavalmikajalena. They are full of the trees and Valmikajala with the mud made those constructions. Keshanchit Hrudi Bhutalam. In some of the Brahmandas, the Bhumi is with the Vruksha and Valmikajala. And in them, Sasura Daityena. There are Devatas are there are Daityas are there, but Anara, there are no human beings. Veshtitam Vyoma Nirmalam. So with the Nirmala Akasha in the Brahmanda on the Prithvi, Devatas and Asuras are there, no Manushas are there, such are many Brahmandas. So Vruksha Valmika Jalena, Keshanchit Hradi Bhutalam, Sasura Anara Daityena, Sasura Anara Daityena. Sasura with Devatas, Anara, no human beings, Daityena, the Daityas Veshtitam, filled with them, Vyoma Nirmalam. So in that Nirmala Akasha, in some Brahmandas, Devatas, Asuras are there, no Manushya, Vruksha Valmikas are there. Some Brahmandas are like that, that's it. ऐसे जीवों के लिए ऐसे लोगों के लिए है वो. This is the meaning of Varnana of the Brahmandas and their Vichitrata. Title of this Sarga, Vichitra Brahmanda Varganam. One is explained. Like that, this whole Sarga of next 20 slokas talks about the difference in each of the Brahmanda. So ये ब्रह्मांड में no Manusha, only Sura and Daitya and Vruksha Valmika are there. What about some other Brahmandas? Many they are. है ना? Many. Like you can see, some trains totally AC के होते हैं. AC के तैसी. That's it. Non-AC होता ही नहीं उसमें. There are some trains only non-AC, general bogie compartments, like MMTS and all of that लोग. और कुछ में सब होते हैं. The first AC, the second AC, the third AC, the sleeper, then the general compartment. You can say that one train has one Brahmanda. Each train is another. There is a newly to introduce those trains. They are double-decker trains. There are trains with, when you go to the places like Pahadi area, there the trains are narrow gauge का ही होते हैं. Not even meter gauge, forget about broad gauge. Then in that the speed of the train is 20 kilometers. That's it. 10 किलोमीटर आप उतर के चाय पी के फिर बैठ सकते. Like some trams. Nowadays, I don't know trams still are there or not. From that 20 kmph speed train, say now, the 440 kmph train, the Japan has super bullet train, overtaken by even the China now. Different Brahmanda. Okay कि नहीं? So to anything you take, these examples in this human world are so beautiful to make us understand these things easily. ये छोटा ढाबा होता है उधर ही किचन है, इधर ही छोटे से टेबल्स बैठे हैं, वो सामने एक टेबल रखा है बैठने के लिए बेंच. सो देन दे मेक ओनली वन आइटम देर, आलू पराठा ही मिलता है इधर, या दो आइटम आलू मूली पराठा, या मे बी गोविंदा भी मिलता होगा. मैक्सिमम एक चटनी है सब. यू सी वन ब्रह्मांड दैट होल होटल इज, and there is a 7-starred hotel wherein in the ground floor, middle floor and top terrace may be There are huge kitchens. The non-veg section, the veg section, the drinking section, the ice cream section. That is its own ब्रह्मांड. एक छोटा दुकान में दो चार आइटम ही होते हैं. हम डेयरी सुपर मार्केट आजकल तो देखो, यू सी दैट दे से हमारे यहाँ 1 लाख आइटम्स हैं. 1 लाख आइटम्स. एक आई वॉज सरप्राइज. बट व्हेन आई वेंट टू सम डे ए हार्डवेयर शॉप, उनको ऐसे मजाक में पूछा, आपके यहाँ कितने आइटम होते हैं वेराइटी? ही सेड 20,000 होते हैं. देन आई अंडरस्टूड, इसके ही छोटे दुकान में 20,000 वेराइटी है, तो देन हाउ मेनी मस्ट बी देयर. यू नो द हार्डवेयर शॉप में द इलेक्ट्रिकल वाले ये वो, यस एडेड ऑल ऑफ देम. ही स्मॉल साइज स्क्रू से लेकर बड़ा बड़ा स्क्रू टू, नट टू, बोल्ट टू, एक वेराइटी. लाइक इन मेडिकल शॉप आल्सो 10,000 items will be there. है ना, different companies, different medicines for different diseases, singular, combined, etc. अब क्या बताए, only the chemist knows it. In that way you can see these brahmandas. Some houses चट्टाई होती है सब बैठने के लिए, स्टूल भी नहीं होता. उस घर का वैसा ही औकात. And there's a huge house where everywhere the sofas are there, the beautifully reclining chairs are there, physiotherapy chairs are there, सब कुछ. Clear na? This is how it is. कि So one Brahmanda is Devata, Daitya, no human. Another one, Sambhutam Sahabhutena Sagrama Pura Parvatam Idam Kalpana Bhutena Pakvakshotamivadvacha. So, Idam Kalpana Bhutena. Because of this Kalpana, there are some Brahmandas simultaneously projected Sahabhutena along with the beings in it. Sambhutam Sahabhutena Idam Kalpana Bhutena Sagrama Pura Parvatam. That there are gramas are there, the puras are there, the parvatas also are there. They are all created. Example given is Pakshva Kotamiva Tvacha. So, like the akrot fruit inside eatable is born along with the skin outside. Some Brahmandas are that way. Both the jivas and the facilities simultaneously are kalpita. अब कल्पित है चित्त से तो हो सकता है सब कुछ. Why do you doubt it? Anything you can do kalpana, na? Like you can close eyes and do the kalpana of buying a land, calling the architects, making a plan. Then slowly you are making the basement, pillars, slab. अब सोचते जाओ और आंख बंद करी, सडनली पूरा घर विथ ऑल द फर्निशिंग. यू कैन इमेजिन इन ए मोमेंट. कौन रोक सकते हैं आपको? आई नीड नॉट गो थ्रू ऑल दैट एवरी टाइम बेसमेंट से लेकर. लाइक इन एवरी ड्रीम यू डोंट मेक एवरी बेसिक थिंग्स. चल आज किचन का ड्रीम शुरू करते हैं. यू जस्ट स्लीप एंड इन द ड्रीम द होल किचन फुल्ली रेडी कम्स. दैट इज देयर. बस जाए गया. आप चाय बनाना चाहते थे, कभी आता ही नहीं बनाने, उधर भी आग हाथ जला लिया. देन प्रूव टू बी इंटेलिजेंट हस्बैंड. देन शी शाउट्स, क्या बना दो चाय में उंगली जला लिया, अब मत आना इधर तुम. ही सेज दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट. जले तो जला है उंगली, freedom from the kitchen. Otherwise, if I make everything fit, she will come and she will make me do every cooking. She will sit for yoga Vaashishtha class. So better उंगली जलाओ. गुड आइडिया दिया ना मैंने, अब यूज करो. सो इन द ड्रीम इट वोंट हैपन जस्ट लाइक दैट. एक एक बन रहा है. रेडीमेड एयरपोर्ट एंड फ्लाइट एंड यू आर सीटेड. उसमें नहीं, अरे टिकट कब बुकिंग कर लिया, कौन से एजेंट्स के द्वारा कराया, did you get the executive or economy class? You don't think all of that. You imagine you sit as a pilot also. Isn't it? That's the meaning of Sahabhutena Sambhutam Sagrama Pura Parvatam. Grama, Pura, Parvata, along with that, some Brahmandas are just projected. Idam Kalpana Bhutena Pakshva Kukshotamiva Tvacha. Then another Yatha Vindhyavana Bhoge प्रस्फुरन्ति करेणवः तथा तस्मिन् पराभोगे ब्रह्माण्डत्र सरेणवः. Like in that Vindhyavana Abhoga, in the Vindhyachala Parvata mountains, big are these mountains. Vanas are so many. But in that Vindhyachala Parvatavana Shreni, in a particular zone of the forests only, the jund of elephants, they born, they stay. If you go a little far away, not even one elephant you see. That's how it is. As I gave the example, if you go to somebody's house, कितने मच्छर आपको फट काटते रहते हैं. That is surprising. And go to the other friend's house, वहाँ एक मच्छर भी नहीं होगा आपको. Why means this machar, this house and the moisture, the smell, the things are such that they have attracted the mosquito. The other house is different, therefore they are not there. So too in the Vindhyachala mountain, at one place the elephants so many are seen, not every place. So too in that infinite consciousness, in some patches and places, these Brahmandas are projected like trasarenus. That's what she says. Yatha Vindhyavana abhoge karenavaha. Karenu means elephants. Praspuranti. They are vividly seen. Tatha in the same way. Tasmin parabhoge. In that parabhoga, the infinite consciousness, Chidakasha, Brahmandas are there. Trasarenavaha. Like the trasarenus. Brahmandas are compared with trasarenus. Example is elephants in the Vindhyavana. Or that one example given, you understand all of them. In some other forest, पूरे एक जगह पूरे सियार सियार ही रहते हैं, दूसरे का एक सियार नहीं. खरगोश खरगोश होते हैं. Deers, you see thousands of them, not even one. Isn't it? Like some temple complex, you see thousands and thousands of monkeys. If you go to that Vrindavan and all. In some other places, they're not even monkey. एक भी दिखता ही नहीं आपको. दूसरे होंगे जानवर वहां. Examples. Like the Trasarenus are so many Brahmandas in the Akasha Chidakasha. Okay. Then this beautiful sloka I'll chant today. Tomorrow we'll explain. Tasmin sarvam tatah sarvam tat sarvam sarvataschayat tacha sarvamayo nityam tatha tadanukam prati. This is the ultimate thing to be understood. Tasmin sarvam. All Brahmandas with their contents inside are in that Chidakasha only. Tasmin Sarvam. Tataha Sarvam. They all have projected, came out of that Brahman, Paramatma only. Tat Sarvam. Therefore, everything is from the substratum standpoint, the Paramatma Tattva only. Sarvataschayat. Therefore, in this way, everywhere what's permeated for a thinker from the Karana substratum standpoint is that Brahman alone. Therefore, Tacha Sarvamayaha Nityam. Every time, everything, any number of Rupa Namatmaka Brahmandas at one stage of projection are discussed about. Basically, all of them are the Brahman alone. Tada tatha tadanukam prati. Therefore, everything is permeated by that alone. And our goal is that Chidakasha, not this Trasarenu type of Asankhyaka Brahmandas, each one different from other, Chitra Vichitra Rupena. वो चलता ही रहता है. देखो in those so many Brahmandas, one is ours. In that Brahmanda, Bhumi is one. In that Bhumi, in Asia, in India, in one place, with these upadhis, with these people, with these objects around, so much we are cocooned. That is samsara. If you can think about it, you are becoming thinker. You are becoming Vedanti. Homework kar lena. Like this, we have few more Brahmandas Varnita. We'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsad Brahmarpanamastu. Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Vaashishthaadi Rishigana ki jai. Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Leela Mata ki Saraswati Mata ki jai. Valmiki Adi Rishigana ki jai. Sava Santana ki jai. Satgurudeva Bhagavan ki jai. Thank you, friends. Good that because of study of these books, our intellects are able to grasp about the presence of all this and rise above the petty, small, little, cocooned way of thinking, identifying, living, and suffering. Oh, अब इतना सुनने के बाद ना, जैसे when you go to a huge supermarket for 5-6 times and seeing thousands of, उसके बाद आपको बोर होता है, इतना क्या है नहीं. Or a place of eating, you see so many things. दो चार बार गए, गए और बस यहाँ रोटी मंगाया, खा के बाहर आते, वो विल लुक एट देम. So too, having seen so many human beings of so many types, natures, abilities, talents, positive, good, bad, हर तरह का दुनिया को देख देख के ना एक दिन उब जाता है बंदा, कहता है चल ठीक है जो है सो है, आई एम इन माई ओन बिजी साधना. दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस, है ना. दिस वन तरीका ऑफ गिविंग अस वैराग्य, द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांडास. Thank you. Come to study Vakya Vritti. Today, tomorrow, we'll conclude it.